KCAA.
No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals, stay focused on you. Focus your view, succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer to the man to put a shield on it. Work hard for what you get, appreciate what you got. You can always improve, just don't stop. Going for your dream to achieve in your life. Gotta take a chance like rolling the dice. It won't come to you, so you gotta go get it. At the end of the day, add up the digits. Miss Price used to say, if there's a will, there's a way. So I live by it. Until this very day, I kept on mashing and I never gave up. Me believing in myself is the way I came up.
Hold you down, you gotta get up. These are your dreams, never give up. Never ever give up. You gotta keep on hustling, keep on rocking. You gon' make it, keep believing. Never ever give up.
I'ma keep hustling till I'm down in the dirt. Number one rule is my family is first. I know you're probably saying this dude trying to preach a sermon. Let me speak cause the streets deserve it. At least they learning about the pain and the progress. Face to face with the strain of the process. Don't live your life like a Loch Ness. Anybody can succeed if you compete in the contest. But if you look and you find less, don't digress. Stick with your plan, it's just time's test. And I bet with a little persistence.
What's up, team? This is Robert Porter with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCAA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. We will talk politics, culture, and history. How we doing today, team? We having a good day?
Excellent.
Great
excellent.
day,
We
Robert.
got Mary Epiani and Jesse in the house.
Yo.
Yes.
All right, Kim may come on a little later. She has a big meeting today, so if she does not make it today, she will be on more than likely next show next Monday. But we left it open. If she walks in, she walks in. But it's important, you know, her first board meeting. First, I forget what she said it was for, but it was. You know, it's always important to be at your first one. So
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
But she may walk right in here, so we just let her rock in.
It wouldn't be the first time that somebody just walked
Yeah,
in on the set.
yeah, it's just like, what up? We have we got Amy in the house in the background over here. She's running all the stuff, and then of course Eric running the engineering station. You know, we appreciate you.
Big E in the house.
Yeah. Can you say brain fart on the air? All right, so you know.
What about brain turd?
Well, we can go through these. No, there's actually no joke. There is a list, team. There is a list of things that I can't say, and it's like 250,000 or something
How
crazy.
can you even remember all
Yeah,
those?
you just don't say them. Yeah, that's what he's for. Like he's like, beep, beep. It doesn't beep. It just erases everything.
Another one.
I have to mention our sponsors, Celebrity Bar and Grill over on 40th. Check them out. Max and Zaire and his wife Zoe, great people. Even Max is in there cooking up the steaks for the $9.99 steak special. So head on over
Are
there.
you out of your mind? $9.99.
$9.99. But you have to buy a drink or something. But like you know.
But they have great drinks.
Yeah, you can get a virgin daiquiri if you want.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or you could get
Or
something with
opposite
tequila in there or
virgin
something.
daiquiri.
Yeah.
A
What
sloppy-
do you drink,
sloppy
Jesse?
daiquiri.
What do you drink when you go to the celebrities?
An old fashioned.
Rum and Coke or something?
Rum? No. It's what is it? I don't even know. What it
Yeah, I
is.
don't know.
It's whiskey. Yeah, it's whiskey.
Oh, it's called an
orange.
old
Yeah,
fashioned.
Yeah,
fashioned.
Oh, well,
So
I guess
that's
I'm
it.
that old fashioned.
You never heard of
so
old
long,
fashioned?
yeah, so
or
long since
or
I-
you're that young. You're that young
Yeah.
that you don't know what old fashioned is.
or I've been quit for so long that I'm like I'm missing all the new drinks,
Nah,
man.
you're not missing out on
Yeah.
anything, and we're proud of you, brother.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes
God bless
I see
you.
some of these like wine cooler drinks. I'm like, that probably does taste, but I don't do that.
Amen. Amen. That's good, man. It takes. I had a run of 406 days of abstaining from alcohol at one point in time. Now I dabble here and there again, but it takes a huge commitment to make sure first to identify if you're in control or not. You know,
Yeah.
that's one of the main things is coming to the reality that, hey, are you drinking it or is it drinking you? You know what I mean? And
But you can still have fun without alcohol. And in fact, at celebrities, I
Yeah.
go and have
Hey,
fun
now.
all the time with no alcohol, right? You
Amen.
don't even drink
Amen.
anything.
Time
Right.
to dance. It'd be a lot of lovely ladies up there sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
and, you know, if you like muscular men,
Whatever,
Max,
to each
right?
his
you know,
own.
You know, Jesse loves to get a hug. You know,
There you
He
go.
comes right
There
on
you go.
in there. You know,
No
I get,
judgment zone.
I
No
get my hug
judgment
from
zone.
Max, and I'm like,
I'm all
Love it.
sore the next day. I'm like, yo, what happened? You know, I'm like, what did I bump into?
Max, give me a hug, man.
No, definitely. Cool dude. Cool dude.
Oh, right on. And I'd like to also mention our standout of the week, Jesse. What's up, dude? Jesse Morphin.
I got a
not
45
from the
minute- I got a
Mighty
40
Morphin Power Ranger.
I got a
I was gonna
45
say
minute
Jesse
speech.
Mighty more.
First, I would like to thank Robert. What's up, man? Thank you.
And
I
Ben
appreciate that.
Chavez from
And Ben
First
Chavez.
Lineage Site Services.
All right.
And thank you, Jesse, for supporting the show last week and
Yes.
coming in and adding a great voice. I know you left for a little while, had a little hiatus, did some things. You moved to right here in Redlands, right next
Redlands,
door.
I'm next door now, so
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
Yes, and in San Bernardino County. So
Hey, now.
thank you so much for what you do, and thank you, Ben Chavez from First Lineage Site Services. And they
Thank
will
you, Ben.
continue to sponsor our San Bernardino Standout of the Week. And if you would like one, let me know who it is. You know, let me know what standout is, and we'll start adding them up here and get a whole bunch.
Well, one standout that we always don't speak about on the show as standout of the county and really California is Robert Porter. And come on, buddy.
That's
You're
it,
a standout
Rob.
always, bro, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
brother.
Today I'm in my disguise. You can't even tell who it is.
Where Robert
dude.
go?
How did
Jack's
you even
here.
know I'm
Jack's
here?
here.
Let's welcome Jack to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, where is
How's the
Robert?
nightmare going?
I will tell Robert Porter later on that, and he probably will say thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, let him know. Let him know. Definitely.
Too much fun. I'm going to skip San Bernardino history tidbit today because we're going to move along. But I was hoping you could share a little bit of history for us today. Any history you wish.
Wow, history. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, that's a loaded question.
Maybe even
It
about
could
your
be the-
family.
Yes, yes. Well, my parents immigrated from Egypt,
Okay.
and they went to New York, and
Like many other Americans
Yes,
throughout
yes.
history, come through
Ellis Island.
Ellis Island.
yes, yes. And then they decided to move to Cali a few years later.
I don't blame them.
Yes, my father couldn't take the snow anymore, had too many falls, and that's it. He was like, I'm out of here. And then he left my mom actually for about a year to do that and figure out things out here. And my brother's like, no, we need to move with Dad because, it'll be better that way. I don't necessarily agree with this decision, but this is past history. Of course, they're all deceased now, so except for my
okay.
brother.
Okay.
God, he's living.
Rest their souls.
Yes, rest their
Amen,
souls, my
amen.
mom and my dad. But we ventured here to Cali, and I was born in New York, so I didn't get to fully live there, but I celebrated my second birthday here in Cali and Glendale, and then
You're adopted in. You're adopted in if you live that long.
yeah.
You just say, I'm so Cal.
You are. Cali
Yes,
all day.
yes.
Golden
Yeah,
State.
yeah, yeah.
Golden
Yes.
State.
San Francisco and Sacramento. They ain't-
Welcome to the
Yeah.
empire.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I
welcome
lived
to
in
SoCal.
Ontario for
Yeah.
31 years.
Oh.
So, yes, I definitely was an IE girl for
Hey now, hey
31 years.
And you first came on the show. Was that 8 years ago or 9 years ago?
It's
Yeah,
been a
I
while.
would say about that. That's
Man,
probably
it's been a
2014,
while.
15.
Yeah, it has, man. I mean, it's good to be alive
I
today,
know,
right?
right? We're here.
I just seen
Yeah.
a picture of you in your younger days. too.
You, I saw you had shared that
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
It was at the open mic that Mary used to host, Catch Up Not Coffee over in Rancho Cucamonga, and it was 2014. I can't remember the exact. I
Yeah.
think it was
Yeah.
June 14, 2014.
And I saw it on both, because I was looking your name up and trying to find pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, look at Yanni, man.
When I used to
Yeah.
wear suits and ties all the time,
Yes,
I got to
yes.
get back to that.
You're gonna be there. You're practically already there. You're everywhere. You're looking sharp. You're doing a
Thank
good
you,
job,
sir.
man.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back in the
Amen.
fold because you did disappear a tiny bit, and then like now, it's like I look on Facebook and I see, oh,
There he
Yeah,
is.
he's right there.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
in fact, he was in the station yesterday,
night.
right?
Wow.
Man, he's a star, man. He's a real star of the show here.
Just happy to
Got
be
2
alive,
shows.
blessed to be alive. All praise and glory to the Lord. Just happy to be here with you, brother.
Yeah. Well, so that's a little history tidbit. Would you like to share a little history?
Well, definitely. Just share about, similar the family origin or migration story. Both of my parents, their parents both lived in Tennessee. And then it was a time when the Great Migration from the South, when many of African-American families were going up north seeking better opportunities. So my dad's parents and then my mom's parents, they all migrated up into Michigan. My dad's family went to Inkster, Michigan, and then my mother's family went to Detroit, Michigan. A lot of the siblings and things of that got jobs at the Ford factory. And eventually my Aunt Val met her husband, Benny, and came out to California. He was in the Navy. And so them coming out to California, all the other
It's a
siblings.
catalyst.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
catalyst, or the conduit, right?
Yeah.
They started all
Everyone
slowly but
goes,
surely. Got tired of that snow,
That's
right?
that's a
No.
common
Oh
family
my gosh.
history.
No, for real,
Yeah,
for
and
real.
that's what happened with our family. The Davises came from Wyoming and went to Vegas to look for work, and then heard about work out in San Bernardino. So
Yeah.
in 1928, they got in the car and came on out.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's something about for all human beings around this world, we have migrated throughout this entire continent, and it's so sad when you think about how the borders and all these things, the planet was open for everybody, and you could go here and be there and live life.
Not as much so much now, but I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
if-
it's
you know,
changed
if you're
the
heading to
host.
northern Canada, I heard there's plenty of land up there.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah,
And there's
I
plenty
mean,
of snow as
and
well.
there will be people that say, "Hey, yeah, let's do that." And as climate changes, maybe that will end up
Might-
being the next Cali.
might be the
What's
tropics.
your story? What's your parents' story?
Parent story, I am first generation American. So parents migrated from Mexico, Jalisco, so Guadalajara, and Nayarit, Tepic, Nayarit. So both beach cities per se. So they
so many San Bernardinans are actually from those same states.
So yeah, they came out here. I think it was 1976, and the only reason they remembered was because the big orange ball that would say 76 gas station.
Okay.
So,
The correlation.
yeah, but yeah,
And I am also my mom was born in San Bernardino
Awesome.
and back, but my dad was born in Niagara Falls, Canada.
Oh,
So
hey.
so I am a first generation immigrant, kind of, in that
Yeah.
way, So it gives me a chance to feel what it, to feel like, hey, wait, you got to give the immigrants in some place, because we.
Without
one
doubt.
generation out,
Exactly.
a lot of people were, barely 5 or 6 generations out of immigrating to the United States, right?
Unless you're
Yeah.
indigenous.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. So,
Yeah.
so here's the topic: how is it, and what age? So you now see when people start talking about those stories, like, well, we migrated from this place. These people were like, well, in my case, my parents were like between 10 and 13 years old. Can you guys imagine that?
That's
right?
hardcore,
Wow.
yes.
Right. So I mean, we got 45-year-olds that still haven't moved out, and those are the kind of things where it was like, was it much easier back then? Was it circumstance? I mean, those are the kind of topics that
It wasn't much easier. What it was is that there was more opportunity to be able to do that kind of stuff. It's
Less
just-
restrictions.
Yeah.
We make too much money nowadays in our economy to be able to afford cheap things
Right.
like that, man. And
Right.
be able to let our kids actually do something. 15 years old, you have to get power of attorney. And then, I mean, and who knows how hard that life will be nowadays. So, but it's good that they
Yeah.
actually did it, because you're here today because of
it's
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
my
definitely-
parents are the same thing. They came for my dad came because of money and wanting to find a new life.
What age? What age, Ron?
I think he was 18.
Okay,
no?
18, 20 still.
No,
I mean,
no,
that's,
wait, I'm sorry. He was 17. I'm sorry, he was
yeah.
17. He came here, and guess what happened?
He got arrested.
The Marine Corps.
Okay,
the
he got
Marine-
drafted.
Picked him up.
Wow.
So he had a court case up in Canada, and it filtered down,
Uh-oh.
right? So he's like, I'm joining the Marine Corps.
I hear you.
So he joined
Hoorah.
the Marine Corps.
Except for
and
5.
He's 17, and he couldn't go to Vietnam because he was not
Not
old
old
enough.
Mm.
So at 18, then he went and followed all his platoon or whatever unit, and they had all the stories already, and he was scared poopless. Can you say poopless on the radio? He was scared poopless.
You scared number 2 list.
So these are little crazy little histories. Like we come from some really incredible ancestors, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
They,
indeed.
they had some. Can you say cojones? All right. They really did have.
Some- Had
It takes
big,
guts to move away
It
from.
does.
where
big
you-
courages.
I'm not moving away from San Bernardino.
No.
So like you know what I'm saying? Like for my grandparents that have done it, it's probably scary leaving your network and all that stuff. So
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be, but some people, like we kind of all shared how our families migrated, but sometimes there's war, there's conflicts
Yep.
where you don't want to leave your comfort zone or what you're most familiar with, but it's not a sustainable situation where it's not it doesn't sustain life, and you got to get up out of there.
Gaza Strip, right this second.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring it to
and
reality,
It's a small
yeah.
little area. You don't have nowhere to go or nowhere to
26
hide.
mile space.
It's terrible. Yeah, and like if they could, I'm sure that every single one that with their family would come and get away and go anywhere except that place right now.
You know, I hear you on that tip, but at the same time too, you know, people are all connected to their homeland in some way,
Yes.
and it's hard for some people to leave those
Yeah,
roots.
Sometimes you have to leave to come back.
Sometimes
Because
hey, I hear you.
I have a feeling that the infrastructure will be so devastated. It'll be leaving like the Stone Age until you can get enough cement and grind it and grind the existing cement and materials to rebuild. And I'm sure that Israel's going to be very greedy with those materials.
Sadly.
It's going to be a rough place there. It's a real war zone, and like it shows. I always tell people, you think you live in a big city, everything's nice and everything.
It can
but
all come down in a blink.
what
of an
happened
eye.
to
Yes.
Aleppo in Syria?
Yeah, right.
Right? I
It
mean,
could-
that was a 5,000-year-old bazaar there,
Mm.
devastated and just demolished, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
history is
yeah.
being tarnished and,
and then
lost.
what you were saying is sometimes you have to migrate because of those
Conflicts.
that bad stuff. Yeah.
Or famine,
Yeah.
those things
Yeah.
as well.
Black Death actually
The
pushed a
plague,
lot of
yes.
people all around, and actually that's what caused it to spread. I think probably maybe COVID moved a lot of people around
It
too.
definitely did.
Yeah,
believe
absolutely.
you.
Away from cities. All right, so you have some incredible stuff to share with us today. You have a few
Awesome.
poems.
I do,
You're a
I do.
poet.
Yes.
You're a motivational speaker.
Yes.
Say your last name so I don't mess it up.
Tawadros?
Tawadros, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's Egyptian.
Yes.
All right. Any relation to King Tut? Or-
Not that I know of.
If so, make sure they send the check. Come on now.
'Cause
I
was-
know, right?
Well, I was just wondering, yeah, hook up. Maybe I could see that meteorite dagger and
I
everything.
know.
Maybe some of the desert glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on
All
that.
right,
I'm with you
all
on
right.
that.
You came on the show about 8 years ago. You shared some poetry with us that day. You had a book at that time, right?
No,
No, you didn't.
that's the interesting part. So I have 2 books now
Okay.
since then.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
what books do you got?
I have If My Body Was a Canvas of Words, and I have Cairo Meets Queens.
Okay. Did
And
you
they
get a
both-
tattoo when you met?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking.
No tattoos. So, no, but the words are definitely pierced on my heart and body. And if you read the poem, it'll definitely, that's something that you should read on your own, not kind of, I'll save that for whoever buys the book to enjoy that piece.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I urge people to look at their bodies actually as a plain canvas and put the positive labels that have been put on you so that you know who you are and identify and put those I am statements clearly and not be afraid.
No, wait a second here. Wait a second. You're enticing me to want to know what that poem is now.
Go ahead
I
and
mean,
purchase. You're
yeah,
gonna have to
yeah.
purchase the book.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
I know we
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
purchase the
yeah.
book.
The teaser.
But you have an equally good poem to share.
I do,
Oh,
but like I said, it's better for it to
What
reveal
is it?
itself.
Is there boobies in
no,
this? Or
no,
what?
no,
Porter.
I'm
No,
not
okay,
that
I'm
type
just-
of poet.
Mr.
I'm not
Porter,
that type of
please.
poet.
Mr. Porter.
I'm sorry, I
am
didn't mean to
not-
say the B word.
No, no,
I
no.
didn't mean to say it, but like
No.
We
it's
call
not like
parentheses.
it's yeah.
Oh my goodness, no.
Can you say parentheses on the
We're
radio?
about to find out. Oh my goodness, no.
Okay, but it's not about that. So that's
No.
not the reason. It's more of a personal
It is
journey.
a personal journey.
Okay, I understand.
And there's a picture inside there too. You have There's a bookmark you get with it if you buy it directly from me, and it's in color, and it has the actual poem on it. I'm wearing a white dress, and so then in the bookmark you can see it's, more.
She
You know.
really does have it written all over. it.
Yes, it's written all over me. I keep it classy, and so on with clothing. It is not it's not naked. And no offense to anybody who chooses
Each
to
his
do
own,
that.
because
Each
my
their own.
piece is
Yeah.
You're- that may not be allowed because we have to live stream this,
Right,
dude.
right. Yeah.
I am so speechless right now, but my brain is moving 1,000 words a minute, and I just know I can't say anything right now. So, yeah, carry on, Mary.
That's smoke.
Yes.
I'm burning up right here.
Yeah, it is getting a little hot. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So you have a poem for us.
I have a poem from the book I'll share, but not that piece.
Okay. All right.
So it's short and sweet because I'd like to share other pieces from Cairo Meets Queens.
All right.
Sunflower and strawberry fields. Come with me through sunflower and strawberry fields. Let my fiery passion reign over you, strengthening your soul to fly higher than an airplane, telling the untold story of real companionship, where a man and woman connect for the celebration of each other, where the word support becomes much more than just a word, the understanding of depth being the vertebrae between backbones, carrying through each other's crises, knowing the weaknesses and finding the way to pull each other by the hands, praying together to seek greater understanding of wisdom, of what love really is, a beautiful sacrifice.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Like the imagery in the beginning, like I kind of putting sunflowers and strawberries together, those two contrasting colors. And then with my brain, I had this big giant airplane landing in the field and flowers and strawberries going everywhere. But I was, very good imagery. And
Thank
but
you.
the love at the end, I was kind of like, is that from a personal?
And when I wrote that piece, it was quite a long time ago. It's for me, I believe love is magic. And it's something that leaves you hopeful and joyful and peaceful and excited and just, so it's a combination of like your excitement and peace at the same time, depending on where the wind is blowing you in that moment of love. But love is powerful. So I like to write about it. I like to believe in it, and I hope for it the best for myself and others.
And yeah, it brings out emotions in others when they relate that to themselves.
Yes.
I have a couple books of poetry myself,
Yes,
and,
yes, that's
hey.
right.
and I know a poem's done when I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually, if I can feel it, then if it's gonna make me kind of cry or
Yes.
it makes me happy or something, then
Yes.
I kind of think, that might do it for somebody else too, possibly.
No, if it touch your heart, especially on an emotional level, our hearts are very similar as human beings. So if it's plucking those heartstrings, it's probably going to pluck another's as well. So you're totally correct about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Now we got the next book over here.
Yes, Cairo Meets Queens. I'm excited about this book in particular because this was a lifelong dream for me when I wanted to create a poetry book when I was young, because I started writing when I was 12, and I would do collages to match my poems.
Is it written in ancient Egyptian?
No, I don't write. And I can only speak the language. I do not write. I do not speak. I mean, speaking, yes. No writing, no reading. So, yeah, unfortunately. But blessed to be able to speak it, though. That's
I
for sure.
did see an ancient Egyptian symbol on the front.
Yes.
there is
Yes.
a little bit on there.
Yes.
The god
yes.
of, was that the Eye of Ra?
Yes. Or I think I have Horus.
Or Horus,
Yeah, it's
Horus,
Eye of Horus, yes. So this is my artwork on the front and also on the back. I kind of put, like, my parents are the ones on the front with my brother. And
Did you draw that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
And there's my artwork throughout the book.
It's always better with your art
Yes.
if you put your own art on your own
Right?
book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. So this was my dream. And I thought, I'm going to have someone eventually put their pictures or their artwork, and they're going to match through with my poems. I never would have thought it was going to be my own artwork. That's the part that really blew my mind. And it only happened like in my 40s. So that's why I always tell people it's never too late to follow your dreams, because it's you tapping into your creative gifts and making it happen.
Amen.
So, yeah.
And it definitely ain't gonna happen if you don't try.
That
Come on,
part.
if you don't do
Yeah.
it, if you don't manifest it, it
Absolutely.
will not happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you have a personal favorite in there you'd like to share with us?
Personal favorite. Oh,
She has them all bookmarked, team.
That's right. There's 3 things I want to share.
Okay.
So I don't know, depending on time, because I want to
Alrighty.
respect time.
Go for it.
Okay. So there is a message that I'd like to. So this book has poetry and messages from Instagram that I wrote through 2021, and they're either devotionals or uplifting messages or prayers or things that people I wanted to remember, my mom or my dad throughout that year, or even artist friends that passed. I wrote things about them and honor them as well. So 43 posts from Instagram, 53 poems that are in there, all about love, spirituality, life, and just my journey.
Amen.
And then my artwork throughout the book. So it's very exciting.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So this is an Instagram post. Love flies. Perfect love comes from our Heavenly Father through His grace, mercy, peace, strength, and joy that He gives. Love people, and it can be beautiful. However, a lot of times it's conditional. Strive to love without conditions. Extend yourself to be loving despite the people who hurt and let you down. Not everyone is going to understand how you want to be loved. Just remember you are love and meant to be loved in return. The right people will love you and show up in ways you never imagined. Love is a kiss from a baby looking into innocent eyes. Your eyes, not just their innocent eyes. Love is watching butterflies dancing in the wind. Love is fresh roses, stargazers making a room smell incredible. Love is a hug from one of your favorite people on the planet. Love is all the blessings in your life. Love is dancing in the rain. Love is just being close to your special someone, holding them close, hearing their heartbeat. Love is seeing a dream coming to fruition. Love is eating something that makes you feel like it's a party in your mouth, that someone went out of their way to make especially for you. Love is shining your gifts and talents and connecting with someone's heart because you are brave enough to share it. I love to talk about love. I love you, peeps. Sending love and light to you always. Hashtag love, hashtag love you, hashtag love one another, hashtag love unconditionally, hashtag love drives out fear, hashtag love notes, hashtag God's love, hashtag woman of God, hashtag poet, hashtag author, hashtag artist, hashtag heart of gold, hashtag love flies.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
You mentioned a spiritual aspect to the book. Does that come from a specific religion or?
I am a Christian.
A
And
Coptic Christian?
I am also
Okay.
Coptic. I
Okay.
definitely was baptized Coptic Orthodox Christian.
Okay.
I don't say.
I've actually been to a
Oh,
wedding. I've
did
been
you go to a wedding? Oh, okay,
yep.
it's exciting.
Awesome.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, lots of standing.
Yes.
Lots of standing and sitting, and incredible incense.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It really is. There's a lot of magic in that church. There's a lot of magical things. I have kind of parted. I don't really go regularly, but I still am very connected with my
They
father of
seem
confession.
very devoted, and that'd be
Extreme.
hard for me to do. But like, I total respect. You know,
Absolutely.
and all the elder women in there that could stand.
Yes.
For all that time, I was like,
Yeah.
I could do it.
More power to you.
I
For
can
real.
do it.
For real.
It's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine the liturgy that's 2 to 3 hours.
Oh,
That was 1 hour for the wedding.
Yeah, that's devotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't lock your legs.
Your knees are going to be
Yeah.
done.
Totally respectful, but like it's interesting when you
For
you
sure.
immerse yourself in a culture that you're not used to. Things happen
Things.
that are new.
I think that's so important for all human beings to immerse yourself in different cultures.
Yes.
other
Especially
than
their
your own.
food. You mentioned food.
Especially through
Yeah.
food.
Food.
Open your
No
world.
doubt.
It's,
Yes.
it's a beautiful mosaic of life here, and we're all a part of it. And we don't have to live in our silos. It's a beautiful world. Enjoy
And
it.
San Bernardino just happens to be the melting pot of the world? Really? Southern California is, but San Bernardino really is. Our county in general.
Definitely.
We have so much food.
So many- and it's all good. It's all good.
All this food.
It's too good, matter of fact. I got to get some weight off me.
And I didn't even eat today, and you
Losing
can tell
weight.
I'm not hangry, I'm just hungry.
Well, that's
But
good.
that did relate to your poem. So now we're on to
Yes.
the next one.
Yes,
That was
yes.
about love of all the different things
Yes.
that you can love and make you feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, especially
Before we dive into the next one, Jesse,
Yes,
what
yes.
are your thoughts on love?
Yes.
Because you're married, you have
Yes.
you have a family. What does love mean to you in your life? Right on
No,
the spot.
no, yeah, there's a lot of meaning to that. I'll just tell you guys. Well, when you were reading that last night, my wife and I were watching This Is Us,
Oh.
and This Is Us, and that TV show, like literally hands down, like it broke me. It broke me because of the fact that, by the end of it, it's like you're getting towards the end of your story. All right, did you do everything you could? Did you treat everyone with love? Is there things that you could instill in the next generation that you possibly missed out on?
Yeah.
But most, like, the saddest part was, saying goodbye.
Yes.
Getting older. And that right there, like, again, this is a really good session. Did I just say session? No, this is a really good episode just because of the fact that,
Did you really cry?
yeah,
Oh.
I did.
That-
I
when
did.
Something can make you do that. That's
Yeah.
good art.
That's
It,
Yes.
Right. No, and that's the part where it's like, okay, well, if it touches you to that extent, then that's love.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
And that's the part where, like, you could be stone cold hard, but when something does resonate with you and you're able to share that emotion, then you're living.
Amen.
Yes.
You're alive.
Yes,
And you're alive.
Yes.
And that's what I believe.
Did any of those lines in that poem, did that make you feel emotion? Did it make you cry or anything? Like
Yes.
some of them, like hugging someone. That,
Yes.
Because you might not always be able to do that, and
One
And-
day you will not.
And that's what I was going to ask Mary. Like, when you wrote that poem, especially that specific one, what was that geared to? Like, what part of your life?
I've witnessed, like, I pay attention. I mean, I drive and I am focused on the road. Just don't want to scare anybody. But at the same time, as I'm driving, I see things. I'll capture, like, just one street I'll be driving, and all of a sudden, I'll see, like, a father out there holding his daughter, a little girl, like, probably 2 years old, and, like, he's reading to her. And that's just precious. Like, I'm just like, wow, that's a precious love moment. That's so.
That's a
so,
poem.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but, like, seriously, last night we were talking about that, and I was just, my kids are now 13 years old, right? It's a different world, and we're having different conversations. But I was like, man, boy, do I miss them of age, because I used to go over on 39th Street, the park that's right there by the little park by 39th and Golden. It's,
okay, yeah, I know that little park.
yeah.
I don't.
So,
I get the name, yeah.
long story short, we were, just always pushing the kids, like, every day. And I'm like, I just told my wife, I was like, I wonder if they remember that. But on top of that, what we used to do is we should just sit on the ground and look up. And I just remember my daughter would be like, Dad, like, what are we looking at? Nothing. Dad, well, what are we doing?
Right.
Nothing. And just to, live in that moment is
Yes.
precious.
It's magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is magic. Exactly.
That was a precious love story right there.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you, Robert.
Yeah, you
That's
make
beautiful.
sure you remind that's awesome, man. That's something good you left your kids, and they'll probably remember that the rest of their life.
I just want to quote the great philosopher first with the quote: "Love is love, love is love, love, love is love, love is love, love." That is the great philosopher Capadonna of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Very profound word.
Yes.
Used several times.
Yes.
Wu-Tang's for the kids.
Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang. In fact, they need to come. They didn't even have a big reunion. I think they did.
They were
They
just
were
at
they were
Yamava
just here at Yamava
with Nas.
about
Were
a
they
month and a
over
half
there?
ago.
Well, yeah. Those are $700.
Yeah, tickets. Yeah. They were there.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in there.
I was watching people's live streams.
All right. We got 20 minutes. We still got time for your
Okay,
next one. What we
okay.
got going on here?
Okay.
Now, you brought out some deep thought here.
Right.
And even he had a session.
Yes. I'm happy that thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
Amen,
It really is
amen.
awesome because I like looking at little kids' faces.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting lost in their eyes because it centers me because
Mm-hmm.
they're so peaceful and they're so innocent. And I like getting lost in that innocence because we get so jaded. We get so, angry and frustrated and life is not going the way I want it to and you're just, all the madness. You got to pull back, breathe. Yeah, we should all take a breath. Let's take a breath. Yeah, that feels
Intention
good.
in the moment.
Yes.
That's it.
Breathe.
Feel yourself, breathe.
Yes.
That was a common thing that in holistic education we learned in our master's program.
Breathing
We would
exercise.
sit there and we would first feel our breath coming in and out of our mouth, right? Then you would feel your feet touching the ground. Then the third until you switch back would be to feel your heartbeat. Then you flip back to doing it over and over. And by the time you get to the fifth cycle, you've usually lost that anxiety feeling or that, whatever, your anger.
Yes,
The anger
yes.
was one, yeah.
Right.
So I use it for anxiety sometimes. It actually will ground you.
Yes, it will.
And we are grounded, right?
Yes.
We are touching the earth. In fact, we're all touching right now.
Yes.
I know.
Woosah.
Yes.
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 I hear you.
We're just in one big energy matter atom ball here.
Yeah.
Bunch of atoms stuck together.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so we got
Yes.
another poem here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And this is from the book.
Cairo meets Queens. And Cairo meets Queens because why? My parents came from Cairo, Egypt, and I came in New York City, Queens, New York. That's where I was born. So that's what it means. Cairo.
We're going to Queens.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to.
I'm sorry. With what you just said, coming to America. I'm like, here we go.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite
McDowell's
movies.
right
Oh my God.
now.
Yes,
I'm like, yeah.
yes.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, one of my
Oh, this
favorites.
is cool.
It totally one of my favorite movies. I've watched
Yeah,
it
let's
many
go,
times.
Akeem.
Yes.
Oh, the
Absolutely.
favorite. All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. So this is dedicated to, okay, I'm going to just put it the way I put it. Ode to all men who needed to be reminded you are loved, appreciated, respected, and honored.
Ooh, we just talked about this outside. All right, I'm ready.
Anchor. Let me anchor the deep lineage of your exhausted soul for 3,600 seconds. Let me love all your pain away. Let me place my hands on your face, shoulders, pray over your life, abundance of joy, prosperity, grand health, complete healing and restoration over your perforated heart, sealing it with 10 kisses on bare skin. Let me feed you, nourishing your vessel with your favorite comida. Let me tell jokes to listen to your laughter. Let me play a song for you to sing, seeing the light in your eyes sparkle, putting on a beat for us to raise our vibrations. Let me remind you who you are, magnificent creation, designed perfectly. You understand the world through your angel eyes, helping every fellow at crossroads, traveling to your higher calling, spiritually in tune through the ether, hands designed to heal with every touch, arms to hold mountains of pain, yet meant to release them in far-off countries, moving to freedom of complete peace.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
So, how would you describe that poem?
Okay, so it was actually inspired by someone specific, and it was someone I loved deeply. I did love that person. Unfortunately, did not work out, but the poem was written when I wrote it and I shared it with him. It made him cry because he's someone who's wounded and has things he needs to face, and he faces them in a way that he shouldn't. I have to be honest. So that's for him to figure out on his own doing and life journey and what have you, but not for us. And so I realized I shared the poem with another friend of mine that's an artist, that's a poet as well. And this poet says to me, "Oh my God, if I could just listen to this on my way to work every morning." And I'm like, "What?" what? That actually shocked
That's a great
me.
affirmation.
I
That's
could
what-
not-
That's what I took.
And
it as.
and now you can, because this is on.
Yes, yes,
audiobook.
it is on audiobook. That is correct. It is on audio. The book is on audio. And also, I have paired this piece with a kind of, I would say, a classical piece of music. So I'm working on getting that to Spotify right now. But yeah, so I'm excited. It will be.
So,
Yeah.
so Mary, real quick, right?
Yes, yes.
Here he comes.
Yes.
Okay, so you shared it with the individual.
Correct.
Now, were you there to help him during that
I
time
I
period?
was definitely there. I was helping. I mean, he was so appreciative of that. I acknowledged his pain. That I was, helping and being a dear friend to him. Not just even like romantically, but he also was choosing to be with other people and not deal with life. Instead, just being out there. So I am not part of that journey. Either you pick me or let's just keep it moving. So
That's courageous to still be able to share.
To share, right.
Like, because
Yes.
if a poem was about my ex, I just do not share that thing anymore. I just
Right.
don't.
But see, that's a double-edged
Yeah,
sword
yes,
of
it's
knowing
true.
poets. Poets, see, this is the thing. Either you let us love you, or if you break us, and then we will make sure that we take care of ourselves and heal and write what we need to write, and also share it so we heal. So it's not all about the person. You're writing it and you're moved by that person. And I am thankful that he was part of my journey. Oh, very much so. And I wrote several poems. It's not just that one. But the thing is, that poem has a higher purpose. It wasn't written just for him, because every single, I call them brothers, like Ipiani's my brother, literally. So every single brother I shared with them, they were like, "Oh my God, thank you. You heard me. Like, I needed to hear, like, I've heard things, it blows my mind."
Well,
I'm not exaggerating.
The
I'm
only
like,
reason
wow.
I'm saying that is because, Yanni, we were talking outside, and it was about that Chris Rock reel, where he ended up doing a comedy skit about, like, how heavy it is to be, a male figure, carrying the household, carrying the success. Does the success live up to the expectations of
Right.
their other half?
Right.
Right. So, like, this kind of threw me for a loop, because in the beginning it was like, hey, well, let me encourage you, let me put you there. But then, like, when I'm hearing of how, like, it came about, that's the part where I'm a little confused on.
Well, I would say this, like, and this, I think this pertains, because you said if you're reading a piece about your, like, an ex love of your life, that moment that they were in, that moment of conception of that piece was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
And that time, that moment is encapsulated in that piece. So whatever happens outside of that moment, it could go awry or it could be still in bliss,
For
but the
me,
beauty is still there.
unfortunately, most of the poems that I wrote, when it has to do with that kind of stuff, tend to be because I'm hurt.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's that.
I would encourage you to
crying it
write.
out.
I would
Yes.
love to hear your poetry currently in the current state of bliss that you currently have found yourself in. I would love to hear.
Yes.
The thing
To
is,
hear that.
once you do find love, you have no time for anything else.
Man,
No,
I'm not
I
going to
disagree.
say I ain't mad at you
No,
about that,
I
Brother
disagree.
Robert.
I
you know?
So
disagree.
it's very important,
but
and
you
it
have
takes
to-
up a lot of time. It
But,
does.
bro,
Yes, it
Robert
does.
be doing a lot of loving.
Hey, that's what
It takes up a lot of time. That's it.
I have
you
a
do
lot
that
of
on TV?
I have a lot of hobbies.
Sure.
A lot. So, when I was single, I could manage all of those hobbies very well.
Yeah.
But now that I have a new family,
Amen.
yes,
Sure.
Amen.
it's not as easy to write the poems and do the art that I used to do every day.
That is very true. But we can carve out time for things that are
that we
important
love.
to us.
Yes.
Correct.
So,
In fact, we should carve out
Yes.
time.
Correct.
yeah, because if you don't carve it out, nobody
Yeah.
else is. So
Yes.
if
Correct.
you do have
So
that
those
desire to
occasional
write,
times when I was like, man,
I hope
that's a
you
great
carve
poem.
out some
Right.
time.
Look at that.
Right.
That bee did this and that and that.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to force yourself to sit down and write, you know, and
That's true.
And I just want to chime in on that piece, and I know you have one more piece to share. I know we're getting close, but I love that piece, you
Thank
know, and
you.
I'm
really do.
I'm
Thank you so
searching.
much. Thank
I'm
you.
that's the kind of love that I'm searching for. I hope to bring that same kind of love and passion, that stronghold to my woman, to my queen, right? But I hope to receive that kind of love that was described there, because the journey is tough, and as men we go through so much, and we don't talk about the emotional trauma.
and,
you
and
know?
that's the whole thing where like that, you know, came from a woman, but is looking through the eyes of a man, where it's like, well, what are you looking for? Well, if I was to, you know, put my guard down and be able to express myself, those would be the words that were coming out of my mouth, right? Which is awesome, because again, you know, failed relationships and everything that has gone or can go wrong, it's all because of miscommunication.
Yes.
Seriously, if you would have just told me about it,
We can't read each other's minds
At all.
We have to express, and it has to be good communication.
and
for
it's not
anything to
even
last.
about expression, because expressing will get you in trouble. What did you just say? No, it's about being able to talk about it, because you know, again, that expression could come out as like joy, anger. Wait, how was I supposed to receive that?
absolutely.
But no, but those were words, and
Thank you.
those are beautiful words.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
before we get we get to the next one, we have one more you have for us. Ready? I have to. I'd be remiss if we had the turkey trot. It was awesome.
Hey,
Yes.
gobble, 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 go.
Yeah,
Great job on that
Alexander.
5K.
If Yanni made the 10K, he did
Thank you,
great.
Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Oh,
And
my
Casey-
bad.
Sanders, everybody did great. Thank you, Sam Manuel, and Seder
Yes.
Brothers, and
Awesome.
the SBIA, everybody. That was just awesome.
It was a beautiful
Good
event.
job running it all.
Definitely, I did the 10K, but the lady sadly gave me the 5K medal. So
It's because he was going to get 2 medals.
Yeah, but yeah, if you get 2 5K,
yeah, you gotta add up something, right?
Yeah.
Come on, I ran the 10. It took me 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 37 seconds. I haven't run a 10K in years. My best 5K when I used to run 10 miles a day was 27 minutes, so 9-minute miles. So I got a lot of more work to do. You know what I mean? But I'm blessed to be alive, and I hope to be
Amen.
allowed to have another day to better myself
Well,
if the
you
Lord
did
allows.
great.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
All right, and now you have one more poem for
Yes,
us.
I
We'd love to hear
do.
it. We would love to hear it.
I'm going to close with my Christmas piece since Christmas is around the corner.
Very fast.
Okay, so this is Christmas 2020. It was 2 p.m. as I walked around my neighborhood on Christmas Day, soaking up the vitamin D I desperately needed. I listened to the quiet streets with spurts of children laughing, playing with their new presents. The open doors almost seemed inviting. I took pictures of myself capturing the red hairband, popping lips, and flowery dress. I continued walking to the school, sliding my sandals off to feel the moist grass. I needed to be one with the earth, grounding myself, releasing, healing from head to toe as I prayed, swaying my body from side to side. I am whole. Christmas can be so very lonely. Yet I know I'm loved by the Lord, family, and friends. I miss my mom, aunt, and grandmother the most, with all the holiday Egyptian baking traditions, finest chocolates delivered by mail. It's never going to be the same. As each year ends, I yearn the most for quality time. That is the greatest of all gifts anyone can give me. As I walked back, I admired the houses filled with decorations, fallen leaves, the sun a perfect 73 degrees. I prayed that every heart beating is full of peace, joy, laughter, healing, and extraordinary moments captured to fill our hearts when we spend difficult days alone, remembering them and smile. I'm thankful to be alive, surviving the impossible over and over, and still I have breath to continue to the possible dreams ahead of 2024. Since we are there now.
Yes, we are there.
Right. It was 2021, but now. Yeah, 2024 is around the corner.
beautiful.
Thank you.
I definitely just want to say this, like, God bless anybody out there. I know that the holidays
Yes.
can be tough. It makes me think of my family, the Holmes and the Mosleys, with the passing of my Aunt Joan and Aunt Teresa.
Yes.
That these and I'm only a year removed myself from losing my father, so
Yes.
I wonder if I am fully healed myself, and I really doubted it. But nevertheless,
I
blessed
just
to be
had
alive.
my father's suicide anniversary was on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh my gosh.
That
God
was a
bless
rough
you. I hear
day for me. I spent most of the day crying.
I hear you.
So it's
tough.
sometimes you gotta even
You gotta pour it out,
years
though.
and years later, yeah.
Yeah, because those people meant so much to us. They're such an instrumental part of our lives, And in case of our fathers and mothers, we wouldn't be here without the love that they had,
Yep.
No matter how long that moment of love may have been, because some have a passionate love that burns out, but that love produced us, so
Yeah.
we're blessed to be alive.
There-
I know I'm not
there
alone
There
in
was
that
some
sentiment.
fun during it.
I don't even want to think about that, bro.
I-
I
yeah.
rebuke that. No.
It's a scary story. My mom was
You know
like,
they had
it was
fun.
a scary
You
story.
know they had
Scary
fun.
story. So not the business. I did not want to know.
There
No,
was
she
no
totally.
lightning bolt.
No, because see, I was a mistake, and they made that very clear to me. And my mom's like, "Oh yeah, I was like 2 months, went, didn't get my period. Excuse me, anybody. Anyway, so then and then
you say period?
no,
That's
so
just a
sorry.
dot.
Okay,
She didn't get her
so,
dot.
Yeah,
There you
okay.
go. Yeah.
Cool.
So then all of a sudden she comes, goes to the doctor. She comes home. It's like 2 months. Okay, what have you? Doctor calls her. Oh, Mrs. Tawadros, you're going to have a baby. And she's like, what? And because she couldn't believe it. She was 39 at the time. So for her, that was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, so it was an immaculate conception.
Oh,
or
no.
anything.
But she's like,
Our
you
Savior,
got,
man.
oh my God, no.
You're
Yeah, no.
You're not that-
So I could not. She's like, oh my God. She continues the story. Yeah, see, it was like this one heated night. I'm like, why are you telling me this story?
TMI,
Stop.
Mom.
Stop
TMI.
now. Stop now. I don't need to know all that. But because she made it very clear to me, I
It sounds
really
like
was.
you're very passionate. So she was right.
She created a passionate woman. That's true.
you
That's
go.
true.
That's right.
It bleeds right through into your poetry.
That's it.
Yes, totally.
Where
There
Where
you go.
can we find
Healing.
your
Call
I
me a
receive.
liar.
I receive.
Call me a liar.
Liar!
Where can we find your works at and your pieces?
Yes. So Egyptian.
Amazon!
Yes, too, on Amazon. Yes, you can find them. But I prefer that you reach out to me on my Egyptian Princess 8 website, and that way I can send it to you personally and sign it, and you get a couple gifts with it. So if you reach out to me and buy it from me directly,
And if
it's
you can
better than
spell it
Amazon.
out for us, the website real quick.
Egyptian Princess 8. So EGYPTIANPRINCESS 8. I'd rather spell it looking at it versus
Well, thank you, Mary.
Thank you so
Fionn,
much.
And, Jesse.
Thank you all
All
so much.
rock.
Appreciate you.
San Bernardino Standout of the Week.
Hey now.
We got
Hey.
Kim Knaus coming on next week. And then also Letty from the parade for the YMCA.
Wow.
So it should be a good show. Good show. All right. This is Robert Porter and Jesse with the I Love. Oh, go ahead.
One last thing. Go to I Love San Bernardino Facebook. Watch out for the Ho Ho Parade. Subscriptions and registrations. And that was it.
And we
Yay.
are out of here.
Great night.